Welcome back to the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome for yet another Boo with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87 best daily podcast, a show about everything and absolutely nothing at all. Jack Squat. Sitting shotgun is Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at NickZNA.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. It is episode 100,
Woo-hoo.
and this is all very exciting.
Oh, good for you.
What would you say you do here?
And, Nick, I will say it's been a good run, but...
The good news is you're fired.
Oh,
Because this is episode 100 for me. This is episode, 58 for you.
yeah, I'm somewhere not all the way. But, I mean, you have awesome, great guests, which I love listening to, so...
What would you say you do here?
I do the news. The news,
We should call you Newsboy. Oh, what was Christian Bale's character's name in Newsies? Jack something?
I don't remember.
It was something Jack. But either way, speaking of Jack, we are not sipping Jack, but Nick and I will be having a couple of adult beverages throughout the show to celebrate, and also because it's summer solstice. Oh, and by the way, when you hear this, it's my birthday, so that's always exciting. Turning the old 32. Yeah. Now, 95.7 The Rock. Here we are. Bad Company. Shooting Star.
Eventually down the road, what I like to call and consider this as classic rock is going to be, way too old. Because I think what a lot of millennial kids nowadays, for them, classic rock, I think, is Foo Fighters or fucking...
Ooh, yeah. Because...
Think about how the music genre is changing now.
Now, this always interests me because I think Deadspin did a piece on what is considered classic rock. I didn't read it, but it was a good headline. And I was always wondering, is it just going to be that era of the 70s and 80s of, Bad Company, of Journey, of Bob Seger type music? And is that going to be static, or will it be a sliding scale? And KQ92, the most popular classic rock station here in the Twin Cities, started playing Foo Fighters and Audioslave, and it's starting to just, creep up.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and it kind of bugs me a little bit. Mainly because I love music. I love all genres of music. And I love original rock and roll from the 50s and 60s and stuff, and that's from the 90s. That was kind of who I was. I loved, and that was the classic rock. That was what a lot of stations were back in that time. Was that was considered the classic rock, and and then 80s, 80s was just the 80s music, and
because if you think about it, top 40 is always going to shift as years go by, but classical music, 90s. Yeah, that's never really going to shift, but classic rock, it's going to move around. I'm all right with it.
I guess, but I want a station to be, a music station in the cities here, to be consistent with it, because it's moderately, it is changing. I listen to Cool 108, whatever 104 is, whenever you guys are listening to it, because that changes every other year, apparently. But, that the music...
that frequency gets taken over more times than, the farmhouse in between the lines in World War I.
It's just... I don't know, I want it to be more consistent, and there's not really anyone who plays that classic 50s and 60s, the Chuck Berrys.
Well, Nick, there's this magical thing. This little rectangle that usually sits about 9 inches away from your nutsack at all times, that can play you any music that you want, generally without commercials, whenever you want.
What?
Maybe I shouldn't say that so loudly since I'm trying to get into radio, but yeah.
Oh, you're talking? Oh, phone?
Yeah.
Oh,
what do you think I was talking about?
I had no idea.
Your Glock?
I had no idea what you're talking about. That's funny.
Does your Glock play music, Nick?
I'm talking about when I drive in the car, when the time I would listen to radio mostly.
Oh, there we go. So that's episode 100 is on deck, and producer Allie spoiled us. We have Brewery or Indie Band Detroit Rock City Edition. Oh, speaking of rock music, We got new state fair foods, and then we got the news. Oh, Pedal Pub. Pedal Pub is coming up this weekend, and a little Sunday fun day action. It's going to be a lot of fun doing it for the birthday. Got a lot of college friends coming out, and I'm excited. Even though we're going to be sharing downtown Minneapolis with the Pride Parade. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're going to be good times, and yeah, I'm excited. Nick, are you excited to get some mild cardio and drink?
That was what I was worried about, mild cardio, but I think it's the actual ride stuff isn't too long. I thought it was going to be like a 8-hour bike ride, and I'm like, dude, I can't. I sweat walking from my car to the door. No.
Well, it's 2 hours. Oh, pedalpub.com, little plug. And I picked the flattest route. Like, downtown Minneapolis is the flattest. Apparently, the hilliest is probably northeast, I think.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. And, they got routes all over the cities, and it's going to be good. We may have to alter ours, but, that's fine. And, hell, even if we just stop at hole-in-the-wall bar. Like, I'm not a person that, when you're going out with a group of friends, is always like, we have to go to this bar, or we have to go to bar X. Like, I don't really have, besides Blue Door, obviously, I don't really have, like, brand loyalty when it comes to beer. That's why when, a couple weeks ago when the whole Business Insider was saying, millennials are ruining Applebee's and Buffalo Wild Wings, I was like, I'll go to Applebee's. Like, maybe not to eat or maybe stop in for, like, some happy hour apps, but if I just want a beer or we're killing time or like the mall Applebee's is the key. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've done this before, back in my day and days, or also with Crystal's, like, if she wanted to go shop or take Muggsy to some stores or whatever, or the mother-in-law's in town, me and the father-in-law would park our ass at the mall Applebee's or the mall Buffalo Wild Wings or Lucky 13s, whatever's in the mall. And the beer always tastes the same. I don't know. Like, I understand that the bar doesn't have a muddler. I understand that they don't have a mixologist. But if you just want a tall, a tall blue moon, yeah, I think the 18-year-old with the GED can handle that.
I sometimes think they can handle that.
Yeah.
No, I love all those chains. They're all fine.
Also, I feel like the mild cardio with the Pedal Pub makes you feel less bad about just getting canned on a Sunday.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. I'm probably driving, though, so I'll be on a better behavior, but I'm going to have a beer because, you know what? It'll be the weekend, and I freaking earned it. Had a good week.
Oh, yeah, making you drive me, aren't I? Nah. Happy birthday. Your birthday's coming up, too, isn't it?
Yep, next week. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully have a condo by then. We don't know. There'll be updates down the road, but maybe some snags. But, I'm pretty excited.
Well, snags that aren't your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
We'll talk about it next week.
It's kind of Nick's fault. All right, so new state fair foods. And, Nick, you're a state fair connoisseur.
Yes.
And all right, so give me your top 3 things, whether items or specific Quonset huts of food that you have to stop at every year.
All right, for me, I love got state fair. Growing up in Roseville, the state fair was just it was that end of the summer. Right before school starts, it was that last shindig thing to do, and I grew up there. Me and my buddy Rick used to go there as kids all the time. Like back in the '90s, when like our parents would be like, they go to work, they'd have someone drop us off at the state fair all freaking day, just unsupervised. We bought stuff. We bought a lot of illegal stuff. It was a ton of fun back then. But now that I'm older, the kind of places I like to go to now, the sites I want to see. I always get cheese on a stick.
Yeah,
one of my favorite things. But not just the plain cheese on a stick, the jalapeno cheese on a stick.
Oh.
And you can only find that at only one of like the 3 cheese on a stick stands. The other ones just do like the plain cheese. But one of them is jalapeno cheese on a stick. It has a little bit of a spice. I'm not a big spicy guy. This one just has just enough little kick. So,
yeah, I like that you have to specify that there's 3 cheese on a stick places in the entire fairgrounds.
Great day.
Yes.
No, we did not. Yes, no, we did not have a good day. Yes, we had
The jalapeno on a stick.
a great frickin' day.
Anyways, I'm not a big state fair guy. Like I've gone a couple times, but the heat, the crowds, and I mean, just dedicated American gluttony. Like I understand the appeal, I respect it, but man, you gotta think if you're buying a house across from the state fair, like the first year, I bet you like this is awesome. I don't have to pay for parking. I can have my friends over. It's gonna be great. But then year 2 through 30 on that mortgage,
yep,
you just want to die.
Oh no! But I hear horror stories. I mean, I hear a lot of good stories. My buddy Mark used to rent a house over there, and we always bombed up rides. But that was like the thing, and I think he got annoyed with it too because my buddy Mark has a ton of friends, and he kind of only hears from them once a year, and it's like, hey Mark, it's been forever. Hey, what are you doing on that Tuesday? Hey, me and the family are coming into town. Are going to the fair. Can we park at your place? And how's it going? How's the music? Crap like that. But
hold on. In my rented house, let me get you guys some Cheez-Its and some tap water. Breathe it in. Fair friends. No, literally fair weather friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's so funny.
Yeah.
But the thing about this is that they nowadays they're making money. Those people who are renting out their lots, I mean they're making a couple they're making a house payment or two, and I'm not even including the ones off of Snelling, the ones off of Midway, the road where they have the stands where people are like plugging into the house and charging. I mean, those people who get in the house are going to be.
Besides going on a weekday, what's your general strategy like for parking and whatnot?
I've always been a trekker where I park in that Falcon Heights kind of area. Just let me think of the directions here. Just east of Snelling, within like a mile radius between Snelling and Hamlin, find a neighborhood. I drive around, look for a free sidewalk to park on, and that is a bitch to find nowadays because everyone, I think a lot of employees at the State Fair park over there too, and just obviously the people who live in those neighborhoods. I mean, because they rely on street parking a lot too, and the roads have now been designated where you have to have special permits to park there. I think for a lot of the people who live there, they get these permits to specialty parks, so not a bunch of strangers just take up these 2 weeks, of hell for those guys.
And if you're an operator of a booth, I can understand why they're so coveted and why the whole process of allowing who gets in, who doesn't get in is a little. I'm sure there's a little grease palming there. Don't want to say shady, but a little taste for the Gipper. I mean, there's a little vague to pay to get in there because they can make a year's salary in 2 weeks just by running a stand that sells fried XYZ.
Yeah, I know Martha's Cookies. I think they make a couple million a year. Giggles has a restaurant in there. They make their bread and butter in these couple of weeks, and the cost to go there now it's like $12 to $15. I remember when it used to be $6 to $8, and prices just keep on rising.
Yeah, well, it's like if you have a restaurant or a food truck or whatever, you can run that mother at a loss, for the entire year, run that thing in the ground, but you can recoup it all at the state fair. It's amazing.
Yeah, but I love, it's just the mentality of going, it's, I have a lot of good stories. I have a lot of bad stories. The 100-degree heat time going there, the time when a buddy of mine lost his wallet there. I mean, there's so many crazy stories of things that go on there. It's you just run into, I guarantee you'll run into someone there. If you go by yourself, if you walk around long enough, you'll just run into oh, hey, Jim, hey, a neighbor down the road or something, or hey, someone you work with. It is a great Minnesota get-together. There's tons of bands, tons of music. I go for the food. The International Bazaar, I love seeing all the You have all those little stands together that are like, the Japanese stand where they sell Japanese stuff, the Korean stand, the African stand, Irish stand. There's a Filipino stand there. I mean, all the stuff is all made in Taiwan. But, you feel that kind of culture stuff. And, was it the bandstand, where, a lot of people know that's where the music's from. They play at night. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, I think a lot of businesses, a lot of those like entrepreneur stuff trying to sell stuff,
Tchotchkes.
Yeah, it's great.
Also, who's headlining this year?
Look at this photograph. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head?
All right, so I'm not going to lie. I kind of like Nickelback, but not in a go buy a ticket, buy a CD, whatever. But if it's on the radio when I'm flipping, or if it comes on the phone, I don't ever switch it, because I feel like the Nickelback hate became a meme.
Yeah, I can see that a lot. Yeah. A lot of good bands.
Like Nickelback is the crying Jordan of band memes, whereas like just fashionable.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but getting through some of these new items. Headline a couple: bacon fluffernutter, grilled cinnamon bun sandwich with bacon, peanut butter, marshmallow. Sure. Bacon up pup. Sure. Bowl o' dough, which is scoops of straight up raw cookie dough that is safe to eat in 4 flavors: brownie, batter, swirl, chocolate chip cookie dough, gluten free, European chocolate cookie batter, lemon. This is from Care 11. Sarah Pellicero. Gee, I wonder if she's related to Tom Pellicero. Breakfast buddy bowl, boring. Brown ale and onion gouda tipsy pie. I feel like if your dish has more than 4 syllables, it's pretentious. I mean, because you've seen the meme of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich where it's like, after watching Top Chef, is like, well, what we have here is a nut reduction with a strawberry compote on a brioche bun.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate you. That's what I never liked that when I was in the chef world either. Like the over pretentiousness is like, what we have here for you tonight is a spiced arugula and field greens dressed with lemon vinaigrette and goat. It's a salad. You have a salad. Cool. We're going to eat the salad. Go have the salad? Salad.
It's all about the money, man.
No, it's all about calling a turd I don't know, like something fancy to try and sell. Like, what we have here is a bit of nitrogen enriched
fertilizer.
Yeah. Yes. Cheesy nacho corn on the cob, cherry bombs, chocolate pop over. Give me something good.
Cherry bombs. Oh, not the booze.
Yeah. Deep fried avocado. Ooh, very underrated. I like that. Cranberry wild rice meatballs. There's nothing more Minnesotan than that. And also, it's covered with lingonberry sauce. So you're covering the Minnesota angle, or you're covering the Scandinavian roots angle. It's good.
I don't know what lingonberries are.
It's like Scandinavian berry. Deviation stout steak taco naan. Just call it a gyro.
Naan.
It's a gyro. Like, I understand that naan is different than a pita. It's a gyro. Yeah. Double dose of pork belly. I think pork belly is underrated. Everyone freaks out about bacon, but what if I told you could get bacon as thick as a steak? That's where you get pork belly.
Yep.
Yeah. Duck bacon wontons. Maple cream nitro cold pressed coffee. Everything's going nitro. Everything's got nitro.
WCW Nitro.
Dun, 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 dun.
Monday Night Nitro.
Mobster's caviar. Cream cheese dip with crab meat, green onions, fresh. Who cares? Pizzarito.
I think that might be the only thing I kind of want to try, just because it's not as bad, or it's not like if you're afraid of these crazy things like duck or something. This isn't. Pizzarito is pretty much just a pizza wrapped in a tortilla.
Flour tortilla filled with pepperoni, Italian sausage, risotto. Why do you put risotto? Why? Mozzarella marinara coated with garlic butter, Parmesan, Italian spices, baked and served. Not even fried. It's baked. It's healthy for you, Nick.
It's probably. I mean, it just looks like a like a weird hot pocket.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of normal stuff and a lot of, but I mean, there's so much regular things that have been here. I mean, I guarantee you, half these things people probably thought were already there.
Yeah.
You know, you could, because every year there's always a list and there's always something maybe a little bit different.
Yeah. All right.
Mini scones. I like their. Their beers are maple cream. I think a year or two ago they introduced a mini donuts flavored beer, which actually wasn't too bad.
I don't know, man. Like, what's wrong with beer flavored beer? Why do we have to infuse things? Like
money. Give me money.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we take a break? Let's play the game. All right. So we got Detroit, Rock City, Brewery, or Indie Band. Hit it.
I'd rather wake up next to a stranger than wake up next to you.
All right. So we have 11 names here. Detroit, Rock City bands or Detroit area. I wonder if she included Windsor. Breweries. So here we go. Nick seems to dominate in this game, mainly because it comes down to arbitrary binary guessing. I'm guessing that's what it is. But
I'm just that good.
Instead of the alternating back and forth guessing that we've been doing, we're just going to do the guessing like we do with How Would They Be. So I will pontificate. I will talk about my thought process. Nick will write his down, and then we'll reveal. It's still fair. But then the game theory of if you get a lead, then you just, when it's your turn to go second, picking the same answer, it goes out the window. So here we go. First one up. Atwater Block. Atwater Block. Brewery or Indie Band?
Oh, Atwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi won't keep on. Sorry.
Who sang that song?
Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
Blackwater.
What's your thoughts on Steely Dan?
I like Steely Dan. A coworker of mine has always pull out his iPod and or iPod or whatever, his phone, and he has like one of those music app things that we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
He likes Steely Dan stuff. Because like to me, I think I can only name one Steely Dan song off the top of my head, but I guess he has a lot of good songs.
Cheer up, sleepy Dan. All right, so Atwater Block. I'm going to go Brewery. Nick, what'd you say?
I said Brewery.
Atwater Block is Brewery. Hey, starting out fast out of the gate. Nick and I are tied at 1-1. Second name, okay. Batch. Brewery or Indie Band. And again, play at home. Keep tabs of your score and tweet it in. All right, so Batch. I mean, this one, you want to say that it's a brewery, right? But I don't know. I just got a feeling this might be a band. So I'm going to say band.
I said band.
All right, Batch is brewery. Son of a bitch bastard.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Lame. I feel like I would be good at naming breweries. Because
it's all ambiguous. I mean, this should tell you enough.
Ooh, Calendar Brewing.
Yeah.
Spotlight Brewing. Camera Brewing. Vase Brewing. I'm just pointing at things on my desk.
Loose Change Brewing.
Oh, that'd be great.
I might name my band after that, actually.
Stack of Reader's Digest that you use for a camera stand brewing. Yeah, I'm in. Next up, Brewery or Indie Band, Detroit Rock City. Currents. Now, again, this is producer Allie pulling some shenanigans because she's bringing us down the primrose path of this should probably be a brewery. Maybe they make it with pure Detroit water. Well, I'm Sam Elliott. Come to Detroit, get some pure Detroit beer brewed with clean, crisp Detroit water. No, I'm just kidding. It's terrible. All right, so Currents. This is really faulty logic, but it's been 2 breweries in a row. I think it's got to be band. So I'm going to go band.
I went band.
Currents is a band. Yes. No, that is really stupid logic, except use it all the time, especially on like Scantron tests.
Yeah, because I mean, who's going to go A, the whole test?
Yeah.
And then B.
Next up, a band, number 4, brewery indie band, Falling Down. Falling Down.
Oh, minority.
This would be a great name for a brewer. But I'm going to say this is a band.
I said band too.
All right, Falling Down is brewery. Oh,
wow.
Nick, that was your opportunity to gain some points. I love.
I don't know. Falling Down sounded like a grunge rock band.
Yeah. Excuse me. We have 12 names, so we're on number. So we're on number 5. Oh, I spoiled that one. All right. So Flat Duo Jets is a band. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I didn't even notice. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I saw it, so I want to be fair. All right. Next up, name number 6. Name number 6. Score is tied at 2-2. 2-2 to Jeter. Great Baraboo. Great Baraboo. Brewery or indie band? I mean, if this is a band, that's a stupid name, right?
Oh.
I mean, I gotta go brewery.
I went Brewery.
Great Baraboo is brewery. Ding 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 ding, ding ding, bomb bomb. Producer Allie does complain that this is the hardest game to do, besides Wisconsin or Russia. I don't know.
Well, this is the hardest. Oh, for her to set up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up. Name 7 out of 12. One More Time. Owned by Daft Punk. So One More Time.
Is that who does that song?
I mean, that would be a good name for a brewery, right? Except it would get annoying if you're a bartender and there's like, hey, bartender, give me one more time. It's 2 o'clock, Lewis.
If you name the beer's time.
It's 2 in the afternoon, Lewis. Get out of here. You have kids. So One More Time. This might be like a Daft Punk cover band. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. I'm going to say band.
I said band, too.
One More Time is band. Nailed it. Tied up at 4-4. This is really boring because we're somehow mind melding.
I'm writing everything down, so.
Next up, 8 out of 12. Remo Drive. Remo Drive. Now, this one's tough. This one go either way. Check out the Remo Drive Bacon Donut IPA. It's so good, it'll make you hump yourself. Yeah, you heard me. Remo Drive Brewery, coming down to Detroit. Or it could be a band. Yeah. I'm gonna say brewery.
I said brewery, too.
All right, Remo Drive is a band. Damn it. That was my opportunity. Next up, 4 names remaining. Nick and I are deadlocked at 4 apiece. 4 names remaining. Rival Summers. Rival Summers, which is Suzanne Summers' twin that she ingested in the womb. Rival Summers.
What?
So it's either... I mean, this could be a pretty solid brewery one. I mean, a nice little patio. They specialize in shandies. They make the money in the summer. Maybe they're right on the river, looking out at Canada. This feels like a band. I'm going to say band.
I said band, too.
All right, Rival Summers is a band. Ding, ding, ding. Tied up at 5. 3 names to go. Tenacity. Is it a brewery or indie band, Detroit Rock City edition? Tenacity. I mean, this could easily be like a Poison cover band, or this is like 3 Doors Down. Except the members of 3 Doors Down who got kicked out is like you can't make and they originally called themselves 4 Doors Down for a while. Except then they got a CND letter. Tenacity. The Tenacity Dark Stout. It's so dark, it's tenacious. I'm going to go brewery.
I went brewery.
All right, Tenacity is a brewery. Yay! Tied up at 6 apiece. If we're tied after this one, we have 2 left. We have to pick a separate one.
Fine.
All right.
I have mine all written just for the record, but I'll be okay with it.
No, that's what he says. He can't even write. 2 to go.
Whoa.
2 to go. Traffic Jam and Snug. Oh, boy. I have no idea on this one. I mean, it's too stupid to be a band name. And we've established that the naming pool for breweries is pretty wide open. So I'm gonna say brewery.
I said band.
Oh, the tipping point. This could be it.
This could be it.
Dun, 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 dun. Traffic Jam and Snug is a brewery.
Oh.
Bring it on home. 7-6 with 1 to go. 7-6 with 1 to go. Walker and Royce. Walker and Royce. Is it a brewery or indie band Detroit Rock City edition? No. I mean, this could be a brewery, right? This could be a band, obviously. You know, 2 names. Like Brooks and Dunn. It's not even the real names. I got a lead. What's it more likely going to be? I'm going to say band. Yeah.
I went down brewery, so I'm glad.
All right, Walker and Royce for a chance to tie. If it's brewery, we're tied. If it's not, I win. Walker and Royce is a band.
Oh.
Send it in, Jerome, and with a final score of 8-6, Andy Jerome Carlson has prevailed. It's all that clean living. It's all that cold, clear Detroit water.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. No, it's okay. What's not heartbreaking is we got another half of the show. Be right back with more Bull with Andy Carlson, episode 100 on Friday. Andy Carlson here, Purple for the Win podcast, letting you know that we'll be here all off season long talking the Vikings angle on everything. Combine, pro days, free agency, the draft, OTAs, training camp in 2017. Baby. Get the show on 1500 ESPN Podcast One and the Podcast One app. And come back into the Blue Door Pub Studios. And, you know, the Blue Seas, all delicious, all highly recommend. The wings, the wings, fantastic. The tachos, you already know. But there's a softer side to the Blue Door Pub. The poached pear Caesar salad, highly recommended. Get it with chicken on top, and it's great. You got the poached pears, brings it all together. Make sure every bite a salad that you get, and we were talking about pretentious salad before. This is not a pretentious salad. This is a straightforward, very good, punch you in the face salad. Get a bite of the pear in every single little stab. You got kale, you got pine nuts, you got balsamic grilled onions. You got everything. And also the house-made Caesar dressing. Because Pat and Jimmy, nothing coming out of the bottle there. Everything is made in-house. So, poached pear, Caesar salad, get it with the chicken. You'll thank me. All 3 Twin Cities locations, St. Paul, University on Como, and Longfellow, the BDP.com. All right, Nick, let's do a little news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you...
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I ain't got time to believe.
You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, Nick, what is going on today besides you losing?
Whoa, barely losing. Anyway, I know a while ago we were talking about probably the most anticipated fight of the year will be between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. That's his name?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, and for me, as you know, as a boxing fan, to me, there's only one boxer who makes the news for me, and that is Manny Pacquiao. And he is fighting on July 1st in Australia.
What does he have such a dumb haircut?
It's a short haircut.
All right.
We call it the short.
All right, so we're watching a package of Manny Pacquiao highlights. Proceed.
Anyway, so from ESPN.com, it sounds like they're going to air the fight between Pacquiao versus some guy named Jeff Horn live on ESPN. So something very unoriginal. Unoriginal. I don't know if I want to use that term, but, very...
Out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary. It's very unique because, obviously, a lot of stuff are paid. I mean, it might be a paid ESPN thing. I'm not too sure about that.
No, I think they're going to air it on ESPN proper. And except what time is it going to air? Because fights usually start late. Like, even in Vegas, they start at, 9 or sometimes 10. So, Australia, if it starts at night... Was that going to be 10, 11 in the morning here?
To this article, it says it's going to begin at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
That's dumb.
So I want to.
So it's going to be a daytime fight?
So it might be a daytime fight.
It does annoy me a little bit, even though I'm a America first guy all the way. But when everything is predicated, like all world sports events are predicated on Eastern Standard Time, so it's kind of annoying.
Let's see here. Longtime ESPN boxer commentators Joe Tessitore, Teddy Atlas, along with former world title holder Timothy Bradley Jr., who's fought Pacquiao a number of times.
Mm-hmm.
So this is pretty, a lot of when I was getting big into Pacquiao, he started making started playing Vegas, always doing MGM. He was usually the big cover thing, but obviously after losing his last couple bouts, his popularity kind of decreased a little bit. So it's kind of I don't know, hopefully, after his last fight with Mayweather, I kind of thought that he would be done, retired, but he's still. I think he can still kick butt. I think he can still do well. He trains hard if you follow his Instagram page like I do. So,
yep.
Strong family man. I hope. 38th though, sitting senator of the Philippines. Yeah, like this has to be his. He's coming off his peak. I'm assuming this is kind of his.
This is it.
Yeah, this will probably be it.
Although boxers, you never really know, and also
quite a few heads, including ours, when he joined the Boxers entourage on Saturday.
Yeah, I remember when Kimmel was part of Manny's entourage.
He's reacting to Justin Bieber's escorting Floyd Mayweather out to the ring. Kimmel even dressed up for the occasion, donning that black fedora like Bieber often wears. He's got the blazer, he's got the gold chains. Look at him. He's having trouble pulling it off, though.
He's hysterical.
Yeah, Manny, not really a fan of the gays, though.
Yeah, we don't talk. We don't talk about that in the family. But
although, is that like a?
That's a very strong Christian value.
Strong religious thing. Is that like what's the state of like gay rights in the Philippines?
I don't. It's not that good. I don't think.
Not that great. So that stance is actually pretty popular, and will get him support over there.
Yes, to most part, yes. Even though with
although on which island?
Exactly, because Philippines is making some headline news. The Southern Islands, I've been told through family, is a very Muslim sect, and there are crazy extremists all over. But I mean, it's a generally Christian, hardcore Christian faith. I know Philippines made headlines during Easter every year. They had people who really crucify themselves to crosses. That's how religious they can be.
Except it's going to be resolved peacefully, because when in history has there ever been bloodshed over the Philippines?
We could have a podcast.
Besides lots of times. All right. So after the Cuban-American War, or Spanish-American War, in Cuba, everyone forgets that we went over to the Philippines because it's like, all right, we got the Philippines. Now let's clear it out for Americaism. And that turned into like the most hellish, malaria-ridden guerrilla warfare, booby trap, bushwhacking. It was Vietnam before Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, it was truly some horrific stuff that went on over there, and I blame your people.
Whatever. No. Ever. I mean, and like the Philippines, relationship, we became really strong allies during World War II. I mean, we depended on each other. MacArthur said he would return. We had to go on a long walk before then, but yeah, he did come back. Well,
he didn't say he would return. Like, if MacArthur was a general today, he would just text BRB. Yeah.
Well, last thing about Pacquiao. If you love Pacquiao like I do, Jimmy Kimmel, the reason he was with him is they have a really good relationship, and you can YouTube videos them singing, doing karaoke together. I definitely recommend.
I love Jimmy Kimmel. And maybe this paired with the McGregor Mayweather fight will resuscitate boxing a little bit. And what was the fight where one of the Klitschko brothers went down a couple weeks ago, or the Triple G fight, which did some good ratings? Like, maybe this is the spot where boxing, gets a little bump.
Hopefully,
he gets back in. All right, what's next?
All right. So news broke out after Wonder Woman came out and is doing very successful. A lot of people were wondering how much did Gal Gadot make? Gadot.
Yeah.
And I did this a few weeks ago, and the research I was coming up with, and what the internet has been showing, is that she only made $300,000 for this role.
Mm-hmm.
And in the comparison to other superhero movies, Robert Downey Jr. I think is making $50 million for a bunch of the Avenger movies and stuff.
But how much do you make for the first Iron Man?
Yeah, exactly. That was the big point of
because the whole internet exploded about this, especially since Harry Cavill made I think $14 million for that movie, and you look at what Chris Evans made for the first Captain America, and it was pretty much on the same level. Now, we don't know much about her. Obviously, she's underpaid. Yeah, obviously, she should have gotten a big bump. But turning this into a sexism wage gap thing, Gal Gadot coming in, yeah, she probably should have made a little bit more since the character was already well-liked and established in Batman versus Superman. But she'll make a ton on the sequel. That's for sure. I'm sure that's part of the contract of if this thing gets optioned to a sequel. She's going to get paid. She's going to get taken care of. And we don't even know if maybe she was really smart about it. Maybe she took points on the back end.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of, I think people have missed, is that a lot of these, that number is generally a base pay, and there's a lot of incentives on if the movies will, be as successful as they would. And to be fair, that's a smart way to do it because of, and I'm speaking from the producer's sense, especially with the DC world, because Man of Steel, I think, it made a lot of money, but it was underwhelming, so a lot of people were worried about the movies, in general. Batman versus
It should have been a
Superman.
red flag when Harry Cavill's agent was like, so does Harry want a piece of the action on the back end? Nope. All money up front.
Yes.
All money up front, please.
Yeah, and, so Gal Gadot is probably, getting a lot of publicity. Obviously, totally raising up her status as a multi-nation superstar right now, worldwide. So this is definitely just an opener. So 300,000 is probably under exaggerated. I bet she's getting a few million for this role easily, and it's definitely going to be leverage with how successful this is to for the future of this franchise, for whatever stuff she's doing for Justice League or for another sequel. She's going to get she'll be getting paid. I'd be more upset with how much Cavill got paid for his.
No one's talking about that. He got overpaid for that massive pile of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Superman character can work.
Well, we're teasing it now, but I don't think he's a bad Superman. It's just that Superman in general, he's not flamboyantly interesting. Not like an Iron Man who's that egotistical kind of guy. Not a loving patriot, kind of like how Captain America is. Superman is very stoic. I guess is very very quiet, and Henry Cavill is actually, I think, doing a fine job. It's just he's just not playing that could be
Superman should be very personable, verbose, funny, and black. Kevin Hart Superman. Let's go.
Ooh, interesting.
I'd be in. All right. What's next?
All right. More acting news. Awesome. Oh, this is sad. Oscar legend Daniel Day-Lewis is retiring from acting. This is from CNN.
It's not sad because he'll be back.
Yeah. I guess I don't see this as an end in it either.
Unless you're a Hackman or a Connery or whatever, you don't retire.
He's 60 years old. He definitely probably has a lot of good years left. He can definitely get roles or whatnot. Maybe he wants to stay away from the... Because I think Daniel Day-Lewis, a lot of people probably know him, but maybe not a lot of people have seen a lot of his roles because he's really in those like movies for Oscar movies,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does a movie every 3 or 4 years, and it's going to be a knockout role. And he's a method actor, really gets into the role, and his character, Plainview from There Will Be Blood, super creepy, super crazy creepy. Lincoln is just I don't know what Abraham Lincoln sounds like. but apparently he sounds like now. And his first Oscar, My Left Foot, I have no idea what that was about. The only thing I know about it is the Family Guy.
Oh, yeah. I think this is the role that made him, though.
So I could say that.
All right, so does he have MS or what's going on?
He has, he might have muscular dystrophy, actually.
Where were we then?
Let me see if I can pull it up.
My car is empty.
What is it? My car, he was full of
I
soldiers.
said he was empty. Whiskey!
Take it easy, Christy.
Oh, his name's Christy?
Christy Brown.
That's weird.
Cerebral palsy.
My mother. Never forget that.
Oh, I thought he was going to backhand her for a second, and then I would be like, what? Oh, so he's slurping out whiskey with a straw. That's a man bearer.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is completely Oscar bait. So you're throwing yourself into a role. It's either has to be you have to play a historical character or someone with a disability or someone who's gay. That's Oscar bait.
Well, I mean, this has two of them. Christy Brown was a real-life Irish painter who had cerebral palsy. So, and who had the ability to write and only...
Like, Eddie Redmayne only takes on roles that are two of those three. He's like, Eddie needs another Oscar, baby. Come on. So how many did he get?
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling it up.
All right, so he won Best Actor for My Left Foot. He was nominated for In the Name of the Father for Best Actor. Nominated Best Actor, Gangs of New York, which is a great movie. Won Best Actor for There Will Be Blood, and one for Lincoln.
Yeah, so three. So make him the only male actor in history to have won 3 wins in the lead actor category. Wow, that's amazing. So, yeah, a handful of movies, well-known movies. I'm scrolling through here, Gangs of New York. That's actually, a pretty well-financial movie. What was the other one?
Last of the Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans,
I'm surprised
yes.
he wasn't nominated for anything in Last of the Mohicans.
I don't think that was supposed to be his movie, though. I think that was, wasn't that
Defeat my enemy.
Oh, no, that was...
Extinguish his life.
That was the lead.
And consume him as I consume these flames.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
In honor of Priest Fallon.
Priest Fallon!
That is a wound. I want you all to meet the son of Priest Fallon. I took him under my wing. And see how I'm repaid. He saves my life one day so he can kill me the next like a sneak thief. Instead of fighting like a man. A base defiler, unworthy of a noble name.
Oh, Jesus!
Why, that'll do, McGuine. Splay him out.
That's so ain't for blockies! You get to what? What was it here, nigga?
This is fresh meat. What I mean, we need to tenderize this meat a little bit. All right, let's kiss goodnight to that pretty young face of yours. What'll it be then? Rib or chop? Loin or shank?
The liver! The spleen! The kidney! The lung! The liver! The tongue! The kidneys! The stomach! The heart! The heart!
The heart? This boy has no heart!
Kill him! Kill him!
He ain't earned a death. He ain't earned a death at my hands. No. He'll walk amongst you marked with shame. A freak worthy of Barnum's Museum of Wonders. God's only man, spared by the butcher.
It's actually an effed up movie.
Actually, no, I've seen it.
What?
Okay, honestly, now back to the main story at hand here. Daniel Day-Lewis retiring. It's not like retiring from a company and stuff where like there's paperwork and stuff, and you just kind of, you sign stuff and you leave. You walk off a set of like a movie thing and you can say you're done. But if the right role came along, right amount of money, and I don't think he needs money. He's not a crazy young kid who buys crazy.
I don't even know what Daniel Day-Lewis's normal speaking voice sounds like. Like, he's knighted, so he's obviously English, but I've never heard him. Like, I would love if he showed up in an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, I mean, no one really knows, because he doesn't have much of a life, I don't think. He's not partying, so.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. Oh, the ending scene of Gangs of New York always gets me, though. All right, so, they're burying the dead. They're in Brooklyn right now.
No matter what they did to build this city up again.
Killed Bill the Butcher.
Of time.
Yeah.
It would be like no one even knew he was ever here.
Brooklyn Bridge goes up.
That's all apartments now.
Yeah, so many hipsters live on that cemetery now.
All two towers.
Yeah. Never been to New York. I think I should go sometime.
It's on my to-do list.
Yeah. All right, what's the last one?
Okay, a little heartbreaking. Another movie, interesting thing that was showing up on Facebook today, sadly today.
Vigo finally got him.
As we're recording.
Vigo.
One of my favorite movies, and I know if Tyler's listening, he would argue me to death with it, but Ghostbusters 2, which I love more than one.
Better than one.
Yep. If you guys remember the movie, Sigourney Weaver's character had a little son named Oscar, a little baby, in which... it's not Vigo. Is it not? Yeah, Vigo. Yeah, Vigo, the Carpathian, is trying to get his spirit into the baby. Did you ever wonder what happened to that baby?
Nope.
And sadly, a lot of people didn't know until recently, but two actors played the baby, and one actor, sadly, has found out has died. Long-term battle with mental illness. So, he was suffering from a bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, so kind of a sad little note. But I don't think he did acting since then. I'll pull up a little bit more intro. I didn't think we'd actually do a story, so hang on just 1 second.
No, it's good. He's taking a break like Daniel Day-Lewis.
A long, long break.
How dare you?
Whoa. But, yeah, if you don't... it also points out an interesting thing that I don't think too much about, is that they are twins. So two characters, two babies, and I think they do that a lot now. Make it Ashley Olsen, the Big Daddy movie.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Mike Taylor Thomas.
I don't think there's a Mike Taylor Thomas.
Fine.
No, but yeah, it's kind of a sad end for someone who I don't think really had a career. After this like random baby role, I mean, I think this was kind of a one and done deal. But,
yeah.
I don't know, just a random thing to keep track of. If you ever kind of wonder what happened to the baby from Ghostbusters 2, but tragically he lost his life.
Vigo. And that's the news.
The news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Now, with the Pedal Pub coming up this weekend, if I did not have my trusty driver, Nick, who I keep saying should become a Lyft driver, I would be using Lyft. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT, $15 off your first couple of rides. That's what we're doing for you. Get around. Yeah, don't pay for parking, especially this weekend with the Pride Parade. Parking is going to be pretty scarce in downtown. So don't drive. Don't pay for parking. Save on gas. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT. Download the Z app today. Nick, what do you got going on this weekend?
It is Back to the 50s weekend in St. Paul, so at the site of the Minnesota State Fair we were just talking about. The area is open all year long, and a lot of weekends there's always something going on. So if you like old school car shows, Saturday I'll probably be up there for a little bit. Family who have old school cars, and always a good time.
What's the pride and joy of the fleet?
I have no idea. I couldn't name a single car.
The 58 Chevy Road Humper.
Road Humper? Some Chevy or some old
Chevy
40s
Bel Air
Ford or something.
Yeah. All right. A lot of fun times coming on this weekend, and hopefully you got some fun times too. Be safe, and we'll check back with you Monday with a full recap of the Pedal Pub. iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Check our YouTube channel as well. And a big thank you to producer Allie, to Nick, to all of our great guests, and, of course, to you, to listeners. 100 episodes. Let's do another 100, I guess. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah. And if you enjoyed the show, help us grow. Tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Homie Army. And big props, major props, big hair props to producer Allie. I think she looks like a Meg. But not like Family Guy Meg. Yeah, like cute Meg, like Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Meg Ryan in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for Nick, I'm Andy Carlson saying, and Young, sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you Monday.
Thanks for listening to Bowl with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.